coffee cakes.
The Mac Daddy 3-pounder. All right, this, you don't even know how excited I am that you're here right now. I did not eat dinner tonight, okay? I'm gonna do little talking and a lot of eating. Let me just start by saying, this is my favorite food item on QVC.
Thank you.
This is a Killinger family tradition. Every Christmas morning we eat this. I could, instead of birthday cake or dessert, devour half of one of these easily. And when we crack them open, not just for the holidays, but any time of year at our house, when Joe comes home from work and he sees like half of it left over in a Tupperware or a lock and lock, he actually becomes angry because he realizes that you can't just take one bite. You can't not have any at all. And the minute you dive in, because it is the moistest, most magical, it's, you know what? God bless my grandma Irma, who's no longer with us. This blows away anything that she baked. It is your
delicious.
grandma times a million, and it's a one-day only. Okay, so that being said,
There
since
it
these
is.
are new and they're the big 3-pounder, and a 3-pounder of my grandma's should be closer to 40 bucks. The one-day only price is a steal. Plus, it comes with what?
A beautiful gift box. So it is ready to give.
I give them to my doctors, dermatologists, like all I just drop a coffee cake off and let them go to town.
3 pounds, 24 slices. You could feed 24 people, or you can feed Sean and Joe and Jagger.
All right, listen, so a couple things. Well, obviously, first, Marie-Louise Ludwig is here. She brings us my grandma's. Also, she's going to take you through the flavor choices. One of them is new. And then lastly, you're going to have to choose your ship date. Do you want it to be before the Thanksgiving holidays? So that'll be an 11/4, or would you like the before Christmas, which is the 12/2? All right, what are the choices?
All right, we'll go right down here. The camera's right down here in front. This is, a favorite. This is chocolate chip almond and coconut, and the coconut gets nice and toasty on the top. You can see that nice filling of chocolate and coconut all the way through.
Is that the new one?
Yes.
Oh, hand me.
Chocolate. We've got it right over here. Okay. Up here on top, this is where it all began. This is our cinnamon. Oh, look at that. It's got that beautiful cinnamon sugar streusel all the way through. No nuts in this one. Then right over here in front, this is going to be Cape Cod cranberry and walnuts. This is fresh Cape Cod cranberries marinated in maple syrup and those delicious fresh, crunchy Mariani walnuts on the top. And up here, imagine a bakery where they take those delicious, crunchy, tart Granny Smith apples and they peel them by hand and they slice them all up nice and thin and they put them all the way through the cake, also with those Mariani walnuts. So this is going to be the Granny Smith and walnut, your choice.
Price goes up at the end of the day. It's taking everything in me not to just grab the knife and cut these wide open. Choose your ship date now that you've chosen your flavor, and then know that the price immediately goes up at the end of the day. But for the moment, it is under 30 bucks for their big 3-pounder, and it ships for free. Okay,
there you go.
This
Take
is
your
the
fork right
new
here.
coconut
this is
chocolate
a new
chip
one.
almond.
Chocolate chip almond. Now the almond is not a nut. This is an almond extract all the way through. And you know, when you put chocolate and coconut and almond together, you have pure deliciousness. We love that this is a 150-year-old grandmother's recipe. And you talk about moist and delicious all the way through. Well, that starts right in our bakery, where to this day they're still baked in Boston in small batches, 100 cakes at a time, with ingredients just like your grandma would use that lends themselves to a cake that really is a memory maker.
Lauren, you want a piece?
Yeah.
Chris, you want one? Come out.
Look at this beautiful,
People that
beautiful
aren't
cake.
don't even normally work this shift are lining up behind the cameras. Come out, come out.
And we have two more here too.
Kyle, come on.
Let me flip this one around right here. What would you like? So right now we're going to start with the chocolate, almond, coconut,
Look at the line. This is
or
great.
the cinnamon. What's it going to be?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Okay, right
Here, let me
here,
get my
cinnamon. Now you know.
Chocolate chip, coconut, almond. Who wants
What's it
that?
going to be?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Here we go, cinnamon, right over here.
Kyle,
Now,
got
guys,
boy.
I have to let you in on some secrets. How do we get it so moist? You notice that moistness in there. It is pure cultured sour cream. There are no trans fats in these cake whatsoever, so there's no water in here, so they freeze beautifully. But you've got that. You've got pure Madagascar bourbon vanilla, rounds it all out. farm fresh eggs, the freshest nuts, the freshest apples, the freshest Cape Cod cranberries.
This is great.
Nobody is speaking but me. I am loving it.
Isn't it like so good? It's my favorite thing.
It's good.
I can eat it any time of day, coffee or with ice cream. In fact, she's going to show us how you can grill it. It's sinful. It's illegal. Like, it's the best thing ever. If you've not tried it,
beautiful.
There's 0% chance you will not like this. Zero.
And they're beautiful. Look at these.
Thank you, boys. I know, it was amazing.
You talked about your family recipe and my grandma's and my aunts, what they made. Our cakes are not only delicious, but they're beautiful. Look at this. We have people in our bakery in Boston who literally, it is their job to cut things up and fill the middle and layer. Look at this beautiful, this is real Granny Smith apple on the top. Nice thin slices so you get that tart apple with that walnut in there. So when you take your grandmother's cake plate at the holiday season and you put one of our cakes on it and you set it out on your beautiful buffet table, it's almost like you're tasting a memory from them.
You literally cannot just eat one piece.
You can't. I
mean, I am not joking. It's the best stuff, and you can't eat one piece, and you will devour the 3-pounder if it's for you and your family. But we always have these in our freezers. We eat them year round.
And you know what? These will freeze. These will keep for a year in your freezer. We actually, after they're fresh baked for you, put them in a beautiful freezer bag that was designed to allow you to take what you want, a couple slices out as needed if you want to, and pop it back in and it protects it. And because there's no trans fats in our cake, that pure cultured sour cream, no water in our cakes means they freeze beautifully. And
Michelle, you want some coffee cake? You don't? Wow, that's the wrong decision. You really should have some of this. By the way, the guys that are in our control room that are like a country mile from where we are right now, they're feeling a little left out and frankly a little bitter.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what's going on. There are so many people peering around this corner. Do you want some coffee cake? Come on, here, come get some coffee. Just come. I see you, so you can't ignore now. Like, you're right there, so just come out and get it.
Oh, I want to show this one before I cut it, because this is really pretty.
So the price is a one-day, come on out. The price is a one-day only. 3-pounders from my grandma's are normally almost $40. Oh, look, we have another line. This is fantastic.
Who wants apple? Does anybody want apple walnut?
But it's not almost $40.
Okay.
Ships for free.
That's
the
Granny
easy pay.
Smith
I would get
apple.
multiples. They come in a gift box. Give them to
cinnamon?
dermatologists
Sure.
and doctors and friends and neighbors. And then
Cinnamon?
just choose your flavor.
What would you
Cinnamon
like?
has no nuts.
Okay.
Cranberry has nuts. Apple walnut has nuts. Coconut chocolate chip almond does not have nuts, but it has almond extract. So probably if you have almond allergy, you can't have that one either.
Yeah.
And then 2 ship dates, 12/2 or 11/4.
And they're loving this.
So good.
Look, they're sharing. It's so good.
You know the beauty of this too? All of these are baked fresh. The cakes that you order, obviously you're not getting till Christmas time, so you know we're gonna bake them fresh for you. And if you do choose to, here's how they show up in the beautiful box. If you do choose to put them into your freezer, in the freezer bag, the first time you put this in the freezer is the first time your cake will actually be frozen. It arrives to you beautifully fresh.
Chris, are you standing by because you want another piece? Yeah. And Chris is coming back for seconds, and I remember that Chris liked the cinnamon.
Yes, I do.
So, do you mind my fingers?
I don't care.
They're fairly clean.
Bring it on.
Okay, there you go. This is so awesome. I mean, this is literally like when you drive by Chick-fil-A at rush hour and there's 25 cars in the drive-thru. This is kind of what that's like right now.
Because this is real, authentic coffee cake. There is no compromising on that recipe on there, except for that pure cultured sour cream and that pure Madagascar bourbon vanilla that Bob, our founder and owner, uses. It's expensive, but there's no imitation anything in here, all the way down to the pure almond extract. So 4 choices. The 4 choices are going to be, you have the chocolate chip almond coconut with the toasted coconut on here, with that signature streusel all the way through on all of our cakes, or you can do the Cape Cod cranberry walnut. This has fresh Cape Cod cranberries marinated in maple syrup, so it sets off a little bit of the tartness on there. Look at that in the middle. You've got the Sean.
I'm sorry, but I'm just.
You've got the Granny Smith apple, hand-peeled Granny Smith apples, and those Mariani walnuts all the way through. You've got the cinnamon and sugar, and the one that Sean is decimating in the front right
I'm
here.
sorry, but
this is the original.
This is like a crunchy cinnamon sugar topping.
It's like caramelized
so
when
it's
it gets
like
baked.
crusty and yeah. By the way,
Yeah.
this one's getting limited in both ship dates. But this, listen, I might as well just go in for the kill. Right here.
Look at that.
It's so moist that you can like turn it into a dough ball. Look, here. That's how moist it is. It's a dough ball now. I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't think the camera does it justice.
It's crazy. It's that pure cultured
There's
sour
my
cream.
dough ball.
That's
It's
what makes us
that
different.
yummy.
And look down here in front. Think about, imagine the holiday parties you have coming up, whether it's going to be at your house, maybe it's Christmas brunch or the day after or in the office. 24 really nice slices. Or more from this cake if you want to. Also think about other things that you can do with it. You can take this cake on Christmas morning, slice it into slices, any one of the flavors that you choose, dip it in a simple egg batter, pop it onto the griddle, and make your guess homemade, my grandma's coffee cake, French toast.
You are
Look
rude.
At that.
This is rude.
Oh,
That
I'm
is
drizzling
wrong.
this all
Don't.
over
I'm not
your
going there.
apple
I'm just
cake.
not, 'cause
Look
that's
at
gonna
that.
take
Is
it
that
way
not
over the
beautiful?
edge.
Or on ice cream if you want to, or as is.
Oh, wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
I cheat, and when I take them out frozen, I pop them in the micro and I
Yeah.
just defrost them
Yeah,
for like 2 minutes.
you can do that.
But if you're gonna leave it out on the counter and let it thaw, how long do you think it'll take?
Yeah, about an hour, maybe a little bit longer. It actually slices beautifully if you do it when it's just a little bit chilled, if you want to.
They come in, they come in, what do they call the styrofoam with the cold packs?
No, these come fresh.
No,
Oh,
but don't they come in the...
No.
Oh, that's right, they don't.
No.
Yes.
As I said, we bake these fresh. We pop them in our freezer bags. We ship these to you fresh. These are fresh. These are not frozen. Look, we're going to go visit our bakery right now in Boston. It's all about baking everything in small batches and still having people in our bakery having hands-on. So when each cake gets filled, look, you can see one person is putting that beautiful cinnamon sugar, another person's putting chocolate chips, then you're putting more batter on the top, and if that's not enough, you put more stuff on top of that. Chocolate chips and nuts and coconut and cinnamon sugar. Put them into the oven. It takes about an hour for them to bake. You can imagine how great that whole little town smells when you go in there. They're put into the freezer bag, and that's important because we know that sometimes you want a couple of slices for just the two of you and then maybe share it again with your book club. And sometimes you want to put the cake in the freezer and save it till maybe Christmas Day when you get it. Or maybe, go for the whole thing the day you get it and then just order another one because we'll make more.
I literally feel sick right now.
So when you see,
But it was so good.
most of this cake is gone. I would say the cinnamon one, I'd say Sean.
By the way, I'm
Ate
sorry,
about a
but I'm
quarter
just
of
gonna
that.
go in. I just want to feel. Yeah. Oh my gosh! If
How
you
heavy
guys
that
could feel
is.
it is 3 pounds. It's a weapon. It's so heavy and dense.
Yep.
They are amazing.
Yeah.
So I will tell you, I grew
Let's cut
up
a
in a
piece.
home where we used to eat
go in.
Sara Lee coffee cake from the freezer section, and I used to love it as a kid, and it still holds tons of memories for me.
Look at
but
this.
Stuff is the gold standard of coffee cake.
And look at that. Chocolate
that's-
chips, coconut all the way through, and then that beautiful almond extract. And you said you love almond extract. So did you taste it in here? Taste
I did.
all those flavors together.
Almond flavor. I love it.
Listen, at a time when we are all so busy, yet we're still trying to gather all of our family and friends together, and now we're not baking anymore. We don't have time. How about putting a memory like this on your table? A 150-year-old recipe, still baked the same way in Boston.
Pace yourself, people. I am a little. I hope we can make it through the last hour and a half of this show.
worried.
But it's my own fault. And that's what happens with this decadently sinful, Now, choices. You need to choose a ship date too. 12/2 before Christmas or 11/4 before Thanksgiving. They all ship for free. If you want the cinnamon, no nuts. 11/4 ship date, 400 left. This is the brand new chocolate chip coconut almond, not nuts, but extract. This is our walnut cranberry. Am I getting that right?
Yeah.
And then this is our,
Granny Smith walnut.
so 3
Granny Smith
pounds.
apples.
Price goes up at the end of the day. will not see this any lower, given it's their biggest one they make for at least 6 months. So forget it. We've already passed the Christmas point at that point. Okay,
Thank
well,
you.
I love you.
I'm gonna leave that on your car.
You can.
I know.
I mean, literally, you can.